Hello everyone. So today's question was, what do you mean by bin paramparagat urja? That is a tough Gujju word which simply means non-conventional energy. So there are two sources of energy. First is the conventional one and second is non-conventional one. The conventional ones are referred to as natural energy resources which are present in limited quantity and are being used for long time and hence are non-renewable. As once depleted, they cannot be generated at speed which can sustain its consumption rate. On the other hand, non conventional sources, also known as alternative energy sources, are substances that can be used to produce fuels other than the conventional fuels. These are continuously replenished by natural processes including biomass, hydropower, nuclear power, solar energy, tidal energy, and of course the energy from waste products. Sources of natural non conventional resources are solar ovens, geothermal heating water, and windmills, or indirectly by transforming to other more convenient forms of energy, such as electric generation through wind turbines or photovoltaic cells, or production of fuels, ethanol, etc., from biomass. As first law of thermodynamics says, energy can be changed from one form to another, but it cannot be generated or destroyed. We all are aware of Arthur Rosenfeld, who was a physicist and became father of energy conservation for championing energy saving energy saving requirements for appliances and buildings. Now there are three methods of energy transfer: conduction for solids, convection for fluids, and radiation for air. Some layman examples which we see in our daily lives of energy transformation are: sun transforms its nuclear energy into heat and light energy. Our bodies convert chemical energy in our food into mechanical energy for us to move. An electrical fan, which gives us air, transforms electrical energy into kinetic energy. In practical world, things which are based on physics, energy transformation is seen in following examples. A swinging pirate ship ride at theme park which converts kinetic energy into gravitational potential energy. A boat accelerated by force of engine. The boat pushes through water as chemical energy gets converted into kinetic energy. Bringing water to boil in electrical kettle is also an example of energy transformation. So one can easily suggest the sources in rural area are biogas, in coastal area is tidal energy, and in urban or arid region is solar energy. Of course, there are advantages and disadvantages of non-conventional sources. First, I would like to introduce two advantages. Non-conventional sources are inexhaustible. They do not pollute the air, and on top of that, India is having abundance of them. Nuclear power emits large amount of energy. They are all low cost and easy to operate because they are naturally available. Few disadvantages are: windmills are costly to set up and cause noise pollution. They disturb the radio and TV broadcast and also are harmful to birds. Nuclear energy, though it emits large amount of energy, it also has radioactive waste and it is harmful and expensive. So this 14th December, which is celebrated as National Energy Conservation Day, we should all take measures for saving our conventional energy by using more of non-conventional energy. For starters, we can start installing solar panels in our house, which will convert the heat energy of sun into electrical energy of our appliances. Of course, there is lot more we can do, but this was for starters and it was just a suggestion. Thank you. This was Dr. Shruti Kachoria from GMERS Medical College, Gandhinagar.